Okay. Since Pastor Love is in the hospital, I'm going to be preaching this morning for him. It's a quick little lesson. It comes out of my devotional, actually, that I usually read every day. I titled it "Break Away from Your Comfort Zone," and the scripture is going to be out of Romans. It's going to be, if I remember right, the scriptures were Romans 12, 14 to 21. So that you will put this up there, and if you have to find it, go all the way along. It says, bless those who persecute you, bless and do not curse. Next one. Rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be proud, but be willing to associate with people of low position. Do not be conceited. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone. If it is possible, of course, it depends on you. Live at peace with everyone. Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but be firm for God's wrath. For it is written, "It is mine to avenge, I will repay," says the Lord. On the contrary, if the enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. In doing this, you will heap coals, burning coals on his head. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. And in the devotional that I was reading this morning, it talks about a soldier during the Civil War, and there was a battle at Fredericksburg, and after the battle, there was wounded on both sides, and this one Confederate soldier, his name was Sergeant Richard Kirkland. He asked his commanding officers if he could, if he's also a medic, and he asked for permission to go training the soldiers on both sides of the battlefield. And there was this wall that was separating them. He sneaked over the wall after he got permission, and got supplies over to the enemy territory, and started treating their soldiers that were wounded and hurt. And this is a good example of these verses, because God tells us, don't curse our enemies, do not hurt them, do not wish harm upon them, but actually help them, feed them, and give them, stuff to take care of them in their time of need. And for us, that's not what we're usually inclined to do. Our comfort zone is that we tend to stay where we know it's safe, where we're not gonna put ourselves in a position to possibly get, verbally hurt or physically hurt or anything. We're gonna just say, okay, you know what, they're mean to us, they're bad to us, we're not gonna help them, they don't deserve it. But in the same way, we didn't deserve, what Christ did for us, what God did by sending Jesus for us. We have to realize that just like we might look at somebody and say, they don't deserve our help, they don't deserve our compassion, they don't deserve everything because they're mean, they're liars, they're stealers, cheaters, they've got all kinds of shit in their life, that we were the same way to God. We're born into a sin nature. And if it wasn't for God sending Jesus to die for us, and, Him showing us that grace and that mercy, then, we would be going to hell. We wouldn't be able to have salvation and go see God and heaven and live eternally in paradise with Him. And just like when Jesus told keeping us off. And the one thief was like saying, "Oh, you're God, and you're really Christ's son, or whatever, God's son. Save yourself, and save us with you." And the other one told him to shut up. We're getting what we deserve. We were thieves, we were good stuff, but this guy did nothing, and he's suffering the same fate as us. And Jesus told him, said, "Today you will be with me in paradise." That's what we have to realize when we're looking at other people that we think aren't worthy. That it's not for us to judge. Just like the verses say, if somebody does something to us, it's not for us to judge what they did and get revenge on them. God will take care of that. That's our job is to show compassion to them, show God's love to them, that person through our actions for them, and to realize that it'll be God that will convict them, and everything we are supposed to witness to them, show God's love to them, so that they can come to God's love and grace just like we did. And this morning, I just implore anyone who's listening here on YouTube or whatever later when I get posted on there, just to understand that our job as Christians is not to judge, to right wrongs, whatever. It's to show the gospel, even if we don't preach it per se, through our actions. Because some people may not listen to you if you talk about God, but if you show them first that you really do care and that you really want to help them, then they will start thinking, "Why are you doing this after what I did to you or what I did to this other person? Why are you treating me so good and caring about my welfare, my well-being?" And then you can preach to them and tell them, "Well, it's because of God and Jesus Christ and what He did in my life." And so they just hope that we all understand and realize that we may be the only, it's a cliche of course, but people say we may be the only Bible or the only gospel somebody sees. And so it's up to us to get out of our comfort zone, where we feel safe and everything, and to go, just like sort of Kirkland did, to the enemy's side of the battlefield. And even if it's not a battlefield, like, we don't see that, but again, we have people in our lives all the time that we feel like we might be wrong for something they did, or even in general, not even us, but that they're not doing correctly. It's not our place to use it. It's our place for what we're doing. It's our place to give them compassion and help them, and to be a witness to them for God, for Jesus Christ and His sacrifice for us. So that's pretty much all I have this morning. I know it was quick, but hopefully it got the point across. And I just want to pray right now. And so, God, let's just pray right now that this message touches people's hearts and that we all understand what it is that you want for us in our lives to do, and that we thank you for comfort and strength in our lives, and we see your will for it, and we do your will in helping others, and thereby helping ourselves. We just pray all this in your precious holy name. Amen.